these onions a little bit with the ham.
You mean the real butter or the
Real butter. This time the real butter.
Real butter. Okay, I got the real butter.
I don't know how we used to have.
How much real butter am I putting in there?
Like a tablespoon.
Which means what?
Bring it here. I will show you what a tablespoon looks like. See these little markations on here? Tablespoons. We use 2/3 of a... Here we go. Put that in there.
What?
Jesus. You may have to move in with me just to keep you from giving yourself a heart attack. Okay.
All right, now we're cutting up everything nice and small.
You just get carried away with some of this stuff, honey. Okay. I promise you, if I start feeling anything in my tummy at all, I will go sit down. Right now, I'm feeling pretty good, though, so
I know that.
Okay. And it feels good to me to do it. So
now,
you're standing by and help.
Now, you got your cheese?
We are not ready for that yet. Leave the eggs alone.
Okay, I'll leave the eggs alone.
Okay. We're going to saute and prepare the middle part of it. So I'm getting some... We're going to do this. It's going to go inside the omelet.
I'm going to saute it.
Yep.
Which means we're going to cook it on the stove.
Yep.
That's what you mean.
Saute that.
We're going to saute it. Which means we're going to take this spool over here and swirl it around. Now you know.
Just let her sit for a bit. It's going to have to caramelize, so just leave her be.
Now if you're feeling really feisty.
You don't have to constantly do anything to it at the moment. Meanwhile, shut the cupboard, please.
These little things? Definitely, got that.
Okay, now, we need a little bag from that drawer right there, please. And we're going to put this here onion in it so it doesn't go bad. I'm looking for the smaller of them. There we go. Could put the onion in here so it don't go bad. So put this in the friggy, honey. Okay, now we can do some stuff with the egg now if you want. Let's get hand me that 1 cup measure right there, please.
1 cup.
The 1 cup, yeah, that or 2 cup.
2 cup.
The 2 cup.
2 cup measuring cup.
Okay, we're gonna put our eggs in here.
How many eggs?
3 of them. We can make 3 or 4. What do you think? 3, 4? 4?
I think 4, dude.
4. We may need to go get some more eggs.
We can do that.
Eggs are pretty cheap.
I know, but you have a whole thing.
And
How
they're pretty
many
good
boiled eggs have you eaten of the boiled eggs that we've made?
Well, boiled eggs keep an awful long time, but
Well, I'm not saying they don't, but
no, I've eaten a couple of them. 3 or 4 of them, I think.
Let's verify.
All right, so we only have 2 eggs left. And we need the milk out, please.
Real milk or almond milk?
Real milk. Okay, here's the real milk. Now, I'm not measuring
The answer
this.
is 1, by the way.
I'm just going to put a little bit of milk, splash of milk in there. You can put this back away. Now, get me the whisk. Get my binder adjusted so it's not pinching me in weird places. And you're going to whisk that around. Now, circular motion. Hold on. Let me show you. I'm going to show you something. Hold it on an angle and kind of go like this. Just give just a little rotate it like that.
All right, let me try.
Okay.
I don't learn by you doing.
There you go. Much better.
I learn a lot
better.
more. I learn more about you talking me through it.
Beautiful. That's it. Yeah, example and then do.
I need you to talk me through these things.
Okay, and that's going to add a little bit of fluffy something.
Oh, because you added milk to it.
The egg when we go to cook the
put these away.
Yeah, you're going to put those away. Okay, this is
Excuse me.
Now, caramelizing an onion. It's gonna bake. It's gonna cook down just a little bit. It's gonna get sweet. It's gonna get sweet.
Sweet or sweet?
Sweet. It's gonna sweetness is going to come out of that onion when you saute. It'll get kind of soft, and it'll get sweet. It's going to be luscious. In the meantime, my dear, can you find a Tupper container to put that in so it's not like all kind of weird grossness just getting dried out in the refrigerator? It won't taste.
That's a 4th generation leftover, by the way.
It's not going to taste very good if it gets all dried out and yucky.
It tastes very good no matter what.
It'll be less gross if it's not dried out.
Well, I grant you that one.
We don't want to have to feed this to the garbage disposal.
I don't. I want to eat
That
it.
would be bad. I don't like to waste food.
Nor do I.
Okay, so we've got our omelet thingy going here. The other thing we can put in our omelet, we can put some salsa in it. We're going to put some cheese in it, or we can put fresh in yours. You are welcome to add just a little bit of jalapeno. Not a lot, a little.
How many?
Little bit.
How much is a little
Get
bit?
your jalapeno. Well, when you're done doing that, we'll get your jalapeno container out. How's that
How
sound?
many jalapenos can I add?
How big are they?
There
There are a lot of variables I do not know.
There's little jalapenos there.
So, in the meantime, though,
One's over at Dollar Tree.
I've done my walk about my kitchen. I've been quite active this morning. I'm going to sit in the chair for a few minutes.
All right. But not your recliner, just a chair.
I'm going to sit in the chair for a little minutes, which the most comfortable way for me to sit in a chair is kind of do the job of the hut routine and just kind of like get my legs all akimbo and sit me back a little bit. So that's what we're doing.
All right. I'm still using your chopsticks over here to fill up my container.
Excellent. I may want to take this thing off. I'm going to take this hat off my head for now.
And again, I really believe that you don't realize how versatile chopsticks are until you start using them for things like this. I mean, you would think, honestly, what's the better tool for mixing your vegetables on that fryer? Really, these are.
You're going to flip it. You're going to flip things. You need a flipper.
I'm not.
Trust me, you cannot cook an omelet with chopsticks.
Oh,
It's not going to work.
I'm not talking about that omelet. I'm talking about the sautéing. That these are actually the perfect tools for sautéing.
I disagree. It's more efficient to use the flipper, but we can agree to disagree, and that's okay.
Oh, I love using my chopsticks.
I know you do.
Your chopsticks.
It's just this, you just have a fascination for using them on things, whether it's practical or not.
I'll find a million uses for chopsticks. Like I just used chopsticks to fill this container.
Which wasn't entirely practical, because it would have been a lot easier with a spoon. But that's okay.
That's okay. I'm not saying it's practical. I'm saying
But I will give chopsticks the props of being the easiest utensil to store.
And
because
clean.
they don't tangle with one another.
And clean.
Fork tines tangle. They get
And you
weird.
have to worry about getting food stuck between the tines.
This is true.
Whereas with
there are
chopsticks,
some
they're
practicalities
easy
there.
to clean. I'm just saying they are.
Law. All right, so if we could find the lid that most closely resembles that pot. I don't know if I have one that matches it precisely. Oh, wait a second. I bet, does that one fit, or is it too big?
It's too big.
Okay, the one that's on the pot that's stacked up there on the back of the stove might work. I think that's the
right
one.
size. Ta-da!
It is the right size.
You're
It's
right.
perfect. Okay, so we're going to use
You're
that one for our omelet. You don't need it on there yet.
All right.
But that is what's going to make sure that the top of our omelet cooks. Now you can turn the heat back up on that a little bit. I turned it way down because it was just sitting
How
there
high
and
do you
not
want it?
actually being used. Turn it up to about 6 for saute purposes.
Now we're on 6.
You see that?
Let's take a look at the sautéing for a second.
It's going to start smelling nummy. In the meantime, sweetie, you can get that jar of jalapenos out and I can show you how many jalapenos you're allowed to have on your part of the omelet. I do not care to have them on mine.
Oh, I know, dear. I know. I'm gonna. You know, it's been over a week since my stomach blew up.
And that doesn't mean you're allowed to have 25 omelets on a single item, though.
I'm not gonna have 25 omelets on a single item.
No, I mean jalapenos.
I know what you meant, but what you said, dear.
Show me these jalapenos.
These are my jalapenos, right?
Okay.
How many jalapenos? How many jalapenos?
Okay.
In my
You can take like 4 of these potentially,
4.
but no juice, just the jalapenos themselves and dice them.
4.
Get them out here so we can dice them. What you thinking, girl? Leave that out.
Again,
You have to prepare these things.
chopsticks are the best tool. The best. Look at this.
But not for chopsticks.
Only 4. 1, 2.
On
3.
a 2-egg omelet, that's a lot, actually.
I don't think so. I'll disagree. That's 4 jalapenos, no juice.
Okay. You're gonna grab your knife. You can use the same knife that we diced up the onion with to prep those.
And I'll grant you the correct tool for this is the knife.
Yeah, dice them up in little bits. The other thing we do is there was those cherry tomatoes in there. We can dice up a couple of those cherry tomatoes to toss in the middle of it. I think that would be luscious.
How many cherry tomatoes?
I don't know, 3 or 4. Just dice them up. I think that'll be beautiful. Since we're in no particular hurry this morning, we can fuss over our breakfast. Isn't that nice?
Wow. I always fuss over breakfast. Me not fussing over breakfast would be grabbing some cereal and adding some almond milk. That's me not fussing over breakfast.
Then we probably want to give that a toss here in a second too.
I'm a little fluffy, short and stout.
Is that small enough, or do you want it smaller, sis?
Smaller.
You want it smaller?
I'm a little fluffy, short and stout. Think salsa. Think salsa size chunkies.
Ask me how many times I've ever made salsa.
Well, think of what's in salsa.
Ask me how many times I've had salsa.
How many times you got salsa?
What's salsa?
Okay, we're gonna have to fix that.
Just saying, I'm just asking a question, dear, because there's a lot of things I've never done.
Okay.
I come from a home
We'll fix
that thought fish sticks was a gourmet deal.
Okay, so
All right, so I still,
we need
I don't know
to
salsa.
kind of flip those things on the stove there.
all right, well,
soon too.
I'm busy dicing.
Yeah, I know that, but in the meantime, we don't want to burn our onions.
I know, I'm not going to. I'll be there in about 10 seconds. All right, now, is that small enough?
Yep, that works.
All right, just checking.
We're gonna just want to keep those jalapenos separated a little bit because I do not want them on my pie portion of it.
I know. Do you want me to
Matter of
add
fact,
the
we're probably
tomatoes?
just gonna ask you to dribble those on top of yours with the cheese.
Do you want me to add the tomatoes to this?
No, that goes in the middle when when those are done, you take a look and see if these look done to me.
Do those look
That
done to
looks
you?
beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna put those in a little bowl or something, a dish on the side. Gonna dish that out on the side. There you go. Set that aside for a second. Now, there's enough oily something or other in there to cook our eggs on?
Definitely.
Beautiful. So, we're going to put this in here. Make sure all that's out of there. There you go. Yeah, that one little piece won't bother it any. All right, so we're going to put this in here. It's nice and...
And it's now at 6.
That's about right. Okay, so we're going to put that in there, like so. Now, you can grab me the, please, the garlic salt. Okay. Beautiful. What I want to do is I want to get this to shake first. It's kind of stuck to the bottom. So I'm going to give that up first. It's kind of stuck to itself for some reason. Coming out of there? Yeah, it is. Okay. All right, that's good. Now, what we're going to do is we got that. Now, get the lid, and we're just going to stick it on there. We are not going to touch it.
For how long?
Till the top's cooked.
For how long?
Till the top's cooked. This is going to trap the heat in, and it's going to cook it pretty evenly. The bottom will be slightly more cooked, but because we're not cooking it on high, it's not going to burn it. It'll give the chance for the top of it to actually cook all the way through. to where it's a nice flat egg thing.
Okay. You're not gonna have a flat egg thing.
And then we're
'Cause
going
you
to
got a lid
put,
for it.
yeah.
But
When
if you
it's,
didn't have a lid, what would you do?
I would have to find or make a lid. You have to have a lid if you're going to make an omelet properly.
Oh.
So then when it's done, you're going to put the ingredients on one half of it and then gently fold the other half up onto it.
All right, but we have two
And then
different.
we'll cut it in
We
half.
have
Now,
two different things we're making.
You're
here.
going to put your jalapenos on top of your half after we take it off of here.
Okay.
Because otherwise it's just going to bleed over onto my
Right,
side.
right. You
And
don't wanna do
this
that.
is not what we
I
want to do. So
understand that. I
you're going to kind of add that as an additive post-haste,
Okay.
okay?
So now,
And
to
you can
give you
kinda
a better
stick it
look
in
at
the
what we're
microwave
doing
for a
here,
second.
this is the thing with the lid that is actually frying right now. It's going to get evenly cooked. This is what we just sauteed. This is what we just diced up. That's the news, folks. It's Hello Kitty cooking.
We're going to move this over a little bit for me. Can you move that over by my chair, sweetie? Can you move that
Which
over
one?
by my chair, sweetie, and put that on top of it?
This over here
Yeah, make me a little table over here, basically.
and that right there. All right.
Beautiful.
There's your table, girl.
I'm going to work on these.
On the oranges? All right. And if they're not good, we toss them out, okay? So you see if the oranges are savable. Salvageable? Either way. I'm gonna soak up the sun.
I need my water, though.
Your
I
water?
need water. I got a tickle in my throat. I have like a little piece of dust or something. It's kind of...
There you go. I don't know if it's your water, but it's the water. I'm a conservative. Always trying to conserve things.
Just in general, I needed water, whether I had that or not. It's just time for me to
Understood,
hydrate.
understood.
You've been hydrating, Sandy?
In the worst way. I've been hydrating in the worst way. Ask me what that means. That's got the IV in it. Yeah.
I'm not still not convinced you can love the IV.
Oh, I don't like the taste of it. I'm not saying it's not good for me. I just don't like the taste of it.
I'm not sure about that.
I've never put I've made omelets before in my life. I've never put a lid on one before either.
You
So,
never made it in plastic.
Takesha Brown 7, I didn't know.
There's a difference between mashing a bunch of ingredients in a pan with eggs and calling it an omelet and actually making an omelet.
My sister wants to make a proper omelet.
We are making a proper
What,
omelet.
what I've made all my whole life are not proper omelets.
Those really are not omelets. That's a something or other with lots of stuff in a pan and eggs.
I call them crazy omelets. Then I'm
It's
a
not
little bit crazy. I
an
say, whatever. Well, all right.
The omelet is what we're making.
Okay, all right.
That's just eggs in a pan with a bunch of stuff.
Jimmy Darwin says, a lid makes eggs rise
It does.
and get fluffy.
And and we put just a little bit
They
of milk in
rise and get fluffy.
it. Yep.
And Takesha Brown says, I'm going to try it.
Sandy's learning all kinds of new tricks.
I am. Bracinda says that
Take
Sandy
your
is
first
kind
cooking school.
and patient with her sis. And someone says, Sandy's being mean. I'm not being mean.
Is Sandy being mean or am I
No.
being mean? If I'm being mean, I don't mean to.
Sometimes I get ornery.
Well,
I
was
do get
ornery
ornery.
yesterday. We can take turns.
Well, we can take our own turns getting ornery. It's all right.
It's okay. Okay, so how are eggs doing? Are they looking like they're cooking on that side yet? or
Well, dear, they're looking like they're cooking.
this
but they're
part
not
takes
totally
some
done.
patience. Yeah, this
They're
part,
not totally done.
This part
I mean,
takes some patience.
The, the center is done. The left side's done. The right side's not.
yeah, it
it's
takes
bubbling.
some patience.
And there's a lot of water on the lid, by the way.
We can kind of let out some of that moisture if you want. Then put it back
Well,
on.
this looks pretty dang good. What do you think, girl?
Hold
Look
on.
at it. It's bubbling up. The middle.
Let me take a look.
Take a look, take a look, take a look, 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 take a look, take a look, take a look, look, look.
Let me see. This side right here is a little, see it's a little,
Yeah, I know. The other side looks done, and that side doesn't.
okay. So we're
So
going to leave
it's
that just a
getting,
little
it's
bit
getting
more.
unevenly done.
I can kind of poke that a little bit. There you go. Yeah, but see, it's almost done. It's starting to look really good. Almost done. There you go.
See,
Beauty.
what I'm this this burner here is not the biggest one.
It is not the prime size burner for what we're
No,
doing there.
we have the wrong size
bigger
burner
one
for
would be
this.
best.
I know.
The other side of my stove, the burner doesn't sit flat, and it would make a crooked omelet. So we're doing the best we can, given
Wow.
the stove that I have.
I chose the wrong size burner. It's all
a
my
used
fault.
stove. No, I wanted
all my
you to
fault.
Sandy, stop. I wanted you to use that side because the other one sits crooked. And it wouldn't cook right. You're fine. You're doing beautifully. It's okay.
Princess goes, oh, you're just a typical sister.
Sisters banter like this.
Oh, we do.
It's part of the sisterhood.
Sisterhood of, yes, wonderful people.
Okay. All right, so I got that one peeled.
Was it appealing?
It was appealing.
All right. Now it's all the way done.
Okay, so we're all the way done.
Yep.
So this is what we're going to do, Sandy. You put that on half of it.
Right, I understand.
Just
That's
drizzle
what
that
I'm
onto half of it in there. More toward the middle than the edge, because it is going to fall out of the edge. It really will. It's part of the beauty of setting it on a plate and making it gorgeous, is that it tends to overflow a little bit.
Taking care of it. Taking care
Okay,
of it.
so now we're going to add these diced tomatoes
Not the jalapenos.
to it. Not the jalapenos, just the diced tomatoes. And we'll kind of drizzle those on there.
And bring the camera over and show everyone what we just did.
Hold on.
You can see this fluffy, wonderful concoction we got over here.
Okay, so this is what we have going on here. This is our omelet. You can see that's cooked nice and evenly.
Now I'm taking
get
this
no,
and-
not yet. Cheese. Get the cheese out.
Which cheese?
Cheese, not the orange stuff. The orange stuff, the grated orange stuff is what we want. So like the Mexican blend or the cheddar blend or whatever you want to call this. This is what we're going to put on there. We need some more Mexican blend. Gosh, I didn't know we'd used any. Okay, that's beautiful. You don't use all of it. That's good. No, just a little bit to drizzle on the top. Now we're going to gently fold that over. That side. We're going to gently fold that over. You can see that chopsticks definitely would not work with that. Beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. You don't have to press it. Don't press it. Okay, now it's just going to sit there for a second, and that is going to, yes, it's going to melt our cheese. Now we can put it on the plate beautifully. We don't need any more of that.
You said drizzle it on top.
Not yet, when it gets on the plate, sweetie. Otherwise, it's just going to fall off anyway. All right, so let's get your plate. Or
Get
who's
your
it?
plate.
All right, we'll get my plate.
Is that my plate or your plate?
And here, hold the phone for a second. I'm going to get this part of it because if it's more delicate getting out of here. So we're going to kind of like this.
This is omelets for two.
4-egg omelet. Gorgeous 4-egg omelet. Trying to get this separate a little bit so it plates up nicely. And with that, whoops, I got some of this stuff didn't stick. So we're going to kind of grab this. There, beautiful. Grab it. You can turn the heat off now. A beautiful omelet.
Now,
I don't require any more cheese on the top of mine, but when you do yours,
let me try. See what I can do.
hold on. Get your plate over here. You're not carrying that across the kitchen.
Well, I'm not.
Please.
I'm not carrying it all across the kitchen. I am keeping all the stuff on it.
Okay. Put that stuff in there. Now you can stick your jalapenos on top. Maybe drizzle a little more cheese. There's your jalapenos. We're putting those on top because you like that kind of thing.
And that's mine, right there.
That is yours.
That's mine.
I have not peeled your
That's all right. I'll live without the orange
on
being
my
peeled.
tray. Need paper towel or give me one a napkin.
Christmas
nice
napkin.
holiday napkin. I will need a fork and I will meet you at my chair.
Da 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 da. Do waka do waka do waka do 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 do. Now, before we go too far, make sure you always put your food away because you know.
Turn some of these lights off, I think.
Yep, you're right,
We're not
sis.
gonna be habitating the kitchen so much.
But it's also light outside.
Outside, that's much better, at least. There we go. More Chopsticks. All right. I'm gonna have me sit me down again.
Gonna soak up the sun. Now the tray that you just used to
Do the oranges, we need to wipe that off so you can
yeah,
use it.
lay it off so I can use it too.
All right, now, don't put a lot of ham on that. You probably don't need sausage patty on the side.
No, we don't. There's too much ham on there. We're not worried about sausage patties on the side. We've got more than enough meat
We've got
here.
egg and we've got ham and we've got cheese. We got protein.
If
I'd
you
say
need
there's
more
probably
meat-
at least 20 grams there.
If you need more meat, we'll get you an insure. I will assure you of that.
I think that's probably pretty close to 20 grams of
Do
protein.
you need a pillow?
I do. I always put a pillow here to rise it up a little bit at least. And then put that on there. Beautiful. That is beautiful.
And you want a fork.
Definitely, please.
The barbarian tool.
Yes, I will be using the barbarian tool.
She's a barbarian.
You have just helped assemble a nearly perfect omelet, my dear. This is about as good as it gets. I would dare Denny's to make one that good.
I sit with my friends in awe of your culinary skills because I did not know that I could make an omelet looking that good.
You just made a gorgeous omelet.
Well, it's an
Now,
omelet.
do you have a pan that has a lid at home?
Maybe. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't know, dear. I think my favorite pan does have a lid, though,
Okay.
if my memory serves correct. By the way, over 1,000 people have joined us for breakfast this
Oh,
morning
nice.
so far. Yeah, sitting where we were sitting.
I like making omelets.
I know you do, sis. You got your water?
Yep.
Make sure,
Sometimes
you hydrate.
you can put so many different kinds of things on omelets. Like you can put green peppers. You can dice green peppers and saute them if you like that. Sometimes I like that.
There's not much you can't,
Mushrooms.
honestly, sis, there's not much you can't put into an omelet.
Yeah, fresh
Okay.
mushrooms are glorious if you like that sort of thing. Sautés those.
Do you know
with
the
onions.
specific type of pan you have here? What's the name?
That's a ceramic lined pan.
Yeah, but do you know what brand it
I
is?
don't know what brand it is.
they're-
On my
They're curious.
I do have a new pan on my wish list, and it's, if not the exact same brand, like exceedingly similar. Because that one, the liner on it's given out. It's really not prime anymore. It's getting yucky. So you can see what it is by looking at that. I'm not saying you need to go buying me anything.
The answer was 6. When we were sauteing, it was on high. Then we put it down to 6.
Actually, it was on 6 the whole time, pretty much. For saute, you can turn it up a little higher, but it was, on an electric stove, it's like 6, and a gas stove, it would be medium.
The eggs were cooking on 6.
Now, I cooked on both gas and electric.
Mama, Gigi of 2,
Yeah.
wants to know the name on the pan. So I'll go see if there's a name on the pan.
I think I got it at Walmart.
It's a Tasty, T-S-T-Y.
There was a set. I bought it in a big set from Walmart when I moved in here 2 years ago. But
It
that's the
says
one I use the
Tasty,
most,
T-A-S-T-Y,
so it's
on all the
starting to wear
pans. The pans say Tasty. Walmart Tasty, if that makes a difference. Princess 65 Jenny from Australia uses Jamie Oliver pans. I used the pan I got at a garage sale for $1. Just saying I did. I got the cheap pan. Mama has Tefal.
Those are nice.
And I'm a baddie who uses Polar Dean pans.
Paula Deen.
Paula Dean?
Mm-hmm. They sell them at Walmart. They're pretty. They're sturdy. No, I've tried stainless steel. Stainless steel can be tricky to cook in. I mean, they'll last forever, and you can always get them 100% clean. There's no surface to wear out, but there's an art to heating them. It's like a preheat thing you need to do in them so that things don't stick. Otherwise, it will stick horribly. If you're not familiar with that, it can be very frustrating. I noticed it.
Someone said that their mom donates their pans when they upgrade.
Mm-hmm. So, and then of course I've tried like the that Teflon stuff or whatever they call it.
Uh-huh.
But that flakes, and when it flakes, it's actually dangerous. Like
Oh, yeah.
you don't want to be eating that stuff. And then I tried ceramic lining, and the ceramic lining doesn't flake. It may not stay 100% smooth after a duration of time, regardless of how careful you try to be. That's been my experience. And then it doesn't look 100% white anymore, but at least it's not dangerous that way. And it's
Some of your
it's
ceramic
very
lining is
non-stick.
given out, dear. Like your stomach lining on some of your pans.
Yeah.
The ceramic lining has even eaten through.
Yeah.
Riley J says, yeah, stainless steel pans are difficult, but I use them because of my bird.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're safer and there's no possibility of
Yeah.
toxicity.
And I've had them, but I just have had a hard time cooking with them. And I don't have a huge kitchen, so I can't really sport two different types of pans and store them in any practical fashion. So I chose ceramic lining. They tend to cost a little bit more than the Teflon, but I feel safer using them. So they don't like peel and flake. Typically, if something's going
Morning,
to cut
Chase.
loose on one of those, it's going to be while you're trying to wash it or something. And it's not actually getting in your stomach. How's your omelet, hon? Tasty.
Well, it's good exercise. Were I to do this again for myself, I probably would have stopped at one cut on the tomatoes. I would not have diced them up quite that small.
I like them diced.
I know,
It's a matter of preference.
I know.
You can actually leave them as nice big thick slabs, but you know, it's just a matter of what you feel like, how you feel like eating it.
Now I did soak most of the pans before I came over here, so they'll be easy to clean up.
Oh, awesomeness. Now, what I usually, you know that white sponge I showed you? That's what I use on the white pan because it helps it get more whiter again, because otherwise it just kind of looks brown.
Supertrend says hi.
Hi, Holly.
Goober Doober says hello. Hello.
Hi, Goober.
How you healing, girl?
I am healing.
Iron
well
skillets
today.
are both nice and wonderful and also dangerous at the same time. Oh well.
Iron?
Cast iron skillets. I used them all the time when I was young.
You can get iron in your diet by cooking on iron
I know.
skillets. And most people don't get enough iron. But again, it's a matter of seasoning.
BB Gun wants to know how you feeling. I say she's feeling feisty this morning.
I am.
She's got loads of energy. She walked all the way down to the corner this morning.
I credit this to, I'll tell you what I credit it to. One, I slept well. Two, yesterday, when I had my warrior moment yesterday morning, when I came through, I went outside and I soaked in a bunch of positive prayers, positive vibes, healing, strength, resolve, courage. I just put my
And she
hands
got
on it,
enough
soaked
sleep.
it all out,
All right, there we go.
and then I let out all the stuff.
And she loosened up her binder.
I loosened my binder while I was sleeping. I think that helped me sleep more comfortably.
Hi, Jasmine Monte. Good morning.
Hey, Jasmine. And I had plenty of energy this morning. I was able to walk out under the moonlight and absorb the positive
Well, I would say starlight because we didn't find the moon.
starlight. Under the starlight. It was still dark. And I walked outside and I put my hands in the air and received all the prayers that had been sent my way. And
Yep.
healing vibes and all that beautiful things that you've been sending my direction, and I absorbed it this morning.
She's an absorber.
I'm a sponge. I am a prayer and healing and positive vibes sponge.
She put her coffee in the most decadent container
This-
I've ever seen.
This is a
It looks
coffee
like the mug that the
Queen of England would use.
Queen of England or the Russian princess, whatever,
The Russian
would use that.
princess. Yeah, Russian princess mug, definitely.
Supertrans says their white count is 17 right now.
I'm not a health professional, but I'm thinking that's pretty low.
No.
That means your immune system is tanked, I think.
Yeah, that means the immune system's in trouble, is what it means. It means you don't have a lot of white blood cells, is what it does mean. That's about what I do know. I brought my Hello Kitty mug with me. I want to use it so bad. But my sister is cuter. Just is. My sister's cuter.
What do you want to drink in your mug, sweetheart? Lemon water or?
No, hot chocolate.
Well,
With what topping like you had?
we have hot chocolate.
I want to make hot chocolate.
I think I do
And you
have
like
hot
you have.
chocolate, sweetie. And even if you don't have hot chocolate, you know what we have? We have milk and we have chocolate. Put the milk in the mug, you put some chocolate sauce in it, and then you stir it, and then you put it in the microwave.
That's where we put it? Okay, all right.
Yeah. Then you'll have really decadent hot chocolate.
Mm.
Then you can put some of my whippy cream on top. We can make that happen.
Why am I living with my sister at the
We
moment?
can have some.
Because sisters have a lot of fun together. My sister is funny. She is. But I brought my Hello Kitty mug with me and I want to use it.
Sandy is being supportive, helpful, and kind during my recovery and chemo.
I still have an apartment. I paid for my rent. It's up in Cleveland. I didn't bring everything down with me. My intent is not to stay here forever. My intent is to stay here and help my sister as long as she needs it. That's my intent. Supertrans has been thrown up and it has a bad infection.
Oh no.
My sister's an awesome sister. It's all right. I live in Cleveland. I'm visiting my sister. Well, last year I spent the whole month of January here at my sister's house. And I did lots of things with my sisters last year, including make matching dresses that they have since given away.
No, we haven't. I have them.
Sue said she donated hers because the fabric didn't hold up.
Oh, it was really inexpensive fabric, but
I
I still have mine.
I still have mine too, but I want to adjust it and make it in such a way that I can wear it consistently without having to worry about the collar being inside out. That's my problem. Because see how this scoops down here, and it's all just one fabric. That when it scoops down like this, you see the underlining, which is yucky.
They were fun. They were inexpensive.
I know,
They were not
I know.
the best quality fabric, though.
The answer plainly said is I'm a trans woman from Cleveland. My sister accepts me as her sister. I identify myself as female, so it is a feminine dress that I'm wearing. Thank you very much. That's how I identify myself. So no, this is a feminine dress that I'm wearing. It's my leopard dress, and I love wearing leopard. It makes me go roar.
I'm having fun having a little sister.
Yeah. So my little
She's a little
sister,
taller than me.
became my big sister. And my
I
big
am-
sister became my biggest sister. Because
I
I'm the
am
youngest
younger.
sister. I am the youngest sister. I'm only 4 years old. Now, come on. I'm only 4 years old, so all right.
She's 5 years older than me biologically, but she's been a girl for less time. Therefore, she's my little sister.
I realized I was a girl about 11, 12 years ago. I'd always been a girl. And when I did that, I asked my little sister for help. And she gave me a safe place to discover who I was. She taught me about makeup and accepted me as her sister. That's what my sister did. That's what she does. Okay? So, I was... Why am I Dandelion Girl 102617? That number is there because on October 26, 2017, I changed my name legally to Sandy
I
Alice.
gave her a space that was totally loving and accepting of her.
Yeah. And I just spread my wings and flew.
Safe place.
Cindy is amazing. And I have a supportive family, which is amazing in and of itself. My sister Sue accepts me too. My parents. My mom. When I told my mom I was a girl, the very first thing my mom said was, I always knew there was something different about you. Mothers know these things.
She could play.
I'm just saying. She didn't know exactly what was about going on. She knew there was something different about me. She knew exactly what. Yeah, I know. I knew there was something different about you. I always knew. I always knew. My sister just said, I love you and I support you. So my sister said, I love you, I support you. I love you, I support you. That's what they said. Moms know. They just know. Moms know. They do.
I just want you to be the healthiest, happiest sibling in
And
the entire world.
my manager, my supervisor at McDonald's, who's known me 23 years, said, Sandy, I might not agree with what you're doing, but I have to say I've never seen you happier than you are now. And I have to support that. I have to support you being happy.
Yep.
So my manager says, yeah, I might not agree with what you're doing, but I have to admit, you're the happiest, you've never been happier than you are now. I've never been a sad person, but now I've got joy in my life. And the answer is no, I don't have any children of my own. One of my biggest regrets in life is that I never bore a child. Until you hear my ghost story, you've got no idea what that really means. But in my heart, I've got millions of children. I'm the queen of the Ninja Kitten family. I open my heart and I try to love each one of you. That's what I try and do. So now, these are my chopsticks. Now, if you want to learn, if you never used chopsticks, now think about this. This is like, you ever play pool? It's like you're playing pool. And the top one you just hold between your thumb and your pointing finger. And then you go like this. Doot, 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 doot. Then you can pick up anything you want with it. Even a jalapeno. When her granddaughter was around 5, she told us her wife would stay home and she would work. Chopsticks are easy.
Nice.
Chopsticks are fun. I have fun with my food. Life is too short not to have fun. So if you love to dress up, dress up. If you love to put on makeup, rock it out, folks. If you like to make omelets, make the best omelet in the world. And their daughter that said that when they were 5 is 15 and just came out this year.
I think it came out
Oh,
early.
she came out a lot earlier than that. These chopsticks I got at World Market. World Market. They were selling stainless steel chopsticks. Love them. And then a friend of mine from Washington State, Seattle, Washington, sent me a pair of stainless steel rainbow chopsticks. Those are at home. Love those. Love them, love them, love them, love them, love them. Because they're both rainbow and they're chopsticks. And I will argue that I can eat almost anything with these stainless steel chopsticks. They are skewers, they're spoons, they're forks, they are tweezers, they're a knife and a fork. I cut my food with this today, and then I ate it. Now, the easiest thing to eat with chopsticks is popcorn. And rice is actually the hardest. If you can use chopsticks to eat rice, you can use chopsticks to eat anything. Okay? If you can use chopsticks to eat rice, you can eat anything with chopsticks. Because rice is well, not the hardest. The hardest thing to eat with chopsticks is M&Ms. Try it. It's really hard. I can do it, but it's really hard. Reese's Pieces, M&Ms, those are hard. Milk Duds are relatively easy because you can smoosh them a little bit. We made omelets. You missed it? You didn't see the omelet? You didn't see my very first omelet that was really an omelet? My little sister says all the other stuff I've been making all my whole life are just crazy egg concoctions. They're not omelets.
It's not actually an omelet.
Rice is the hardest thing to use with chopsticks. It depends on the day. To get every kernel of rice, not so easy. But popcorn is the easiest. Now you make your popcorn, you drizzle on some caramel, drizzle on some chocolate. Don't worry about your fingers. Your fingers ain't going to go there. Use your chopsticks. Sis, talk about the potato skins. How did the potato skins come out? My sister gave up on me. I pretty much failed, folks. I couldn't make something edible for my sister. I ate it. She couldn't eat it. It was too much. He said,
I'm not going
they
to
were
eat
terrible.
potatoes
He said, no.
with a half a cup of butter in it.
No.
No.
They were terrible.
It was not prime.
Jasmine, you find Jasmine's message yet, dear?
Let me go find that right now. I've been tied up. Let me go look, sweetie.
Go find her over on Instagram. Come on.
Yeah, I've been tied up doing some other stuff. Hold on. Instagram.
You have a notification on that. Okay.
Oh my God.
Alexa, do we have a notification?
Where's my...
One new notification from Amazon. U.S. National Weather
Here we
Service
go.
has issued a dense fog advisory for Wildwood. It'll be in effect until December 10th, 10 a.m. EST.
There is an Instagram notification.
Yep, I'm looking for
And
it.
that was Chicken Strangers has said, you know what, there is a notification on Alexa right now.
Oh, follow.
Well, I learned a lot by making mistakes. I learned a lot by trying. I'd never done that before. Never tried to do that
Oh
before.
my gosh, do I have a lot of... I haven't looked at this in so long. Okay.
So specifically, did you find jasmine?
No, there's too much stuff in here. All right, hold on. Lord,
Look for jasmine.
where? Okay.
Type in search and JAS and then see what happens.
Followed by I am Jasmine NJ.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Then look at her and her
Follow
notifications
back.
for you.
There we go. Now that I'm
Now
following
you
back,
found her back. Now you can see the notifications.
now I can see her. Oh, I love your picture. It's from the yeah, it's from Avatar. How cool is that? Oh, I know you.
Avatar the movie.
Yeah.
She got it.
Found you.
Jasmine Monte, she's got it.
Hey,
Baby,
girl.
she's got it.
Judy.
I'm your Venus.
Vicky Zabo.
I'm your fire. Your
CJ.
desire.
Missy.
You following them all back?
I recognize these people, so I'm like, oh my god, yeah, I'll follow you back. I know you. Oh, Lee the Beacon, yes. Britt, yes. T. Taylor, yes. Hello, hey, girls.
She said she saw the picture of Avatar. Is there more? She got lost.
No, I just saw it. No, I saw your Jen. I'm just noticing the people that, yeah, it's giving me like things. Okay, let me go back. And then I can go to my messages. Was it messages? Sent a photo. Gotcha, girl. Gotcha.
No, she hasn't seen the photo yet.
I got you now.
What is the
Okay.
photo of?
I have several photos. I have one of a beautiful puppy dog.
Yay.
Oh, sweet love. Oh, the Christmas tree is gorgeous.
She likes the Christmas tree.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, another doggy. Wow, that one looks like a wolf. Cool. Oh, doggy's talking. Rosie's singing. Let me hear Rosie sing again. I'm typing up the volume now. I'm glad I found you now. Oh, I know. I've got the sound on somewhere else, I think.
She made it red themed because she knows it's your favorite color, sis. Rosie always sings like that. It's hilarious. Nature Girl Kimberly says, thank you. You just accepted her friend request.
I love that. I really love that. I love you. I really love you. Rosie's singing, I love you. I really love you.
Jasmine laughing so hard her emojis are crying.
Ah.
We hear the dog, and we hear it too,
Do it
dear.
again. I love you. I really love you. Really love you.
Well,
Oh, no, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I really love you.
here, my
That's
sister,
awesome.
I'm going to be doing dishes here.
That's
If you could
awesome.
take the orange off